tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. Forgive me for not getting my Thursday video posted. I tried to post it, I took it on my phone, and I was up in the mountains. I went and visited my husband in Philadelphia. And we did a train ride, we did a whole bunch of stuff, but my signal wasn't good and it kept corrupting the video. It wouldn't upload. So, and then Friday we were traveling back down. We all drove back down together. So, forgive me, but that's just a video in our arsenal for to be posted at a later date. All right, so today's Mindset Monday, we are going to talk about the difference between prayer and meditation. Something I've spoken on before, but it's never it's never a bad idea to get a reminder. Okay, I need reminders. My children need 15 reminders to do things for the house that they live in. So trust me, I understand. It doesn't hurt to get a reminder every now and then. But when you think of the word prayer or the word pray, just in general, it's one of those words that have multiple meanings, multiple way of spellings, but they sound the same. So when you think of pray, you already think you're vulnerable, someone's being stalked, right? You ever heard, oh, he's looking at me like I'm prey, or this predator was stalking their prey, okay? Or if you're talking to a religious person, they already think down on your knees, we're praying, we're asking God, right? In a vulnerable, they say, not even humble yourself, but allow yourself to be vulnerable, penetrate yourself in supplication and prayer to God. That already is exuding power. You're expelling power from inside of you, right? So the power is originating in you, in your heart, in your mind. It's originating there, and you are pouring it forth from your mouth or silent prayers in your head, okay, to another being that is above you that can grant this minute, minuscule thing that you're asking for. Because on the grand Richter scale of things, what the majority of this world is going through is very minute to what the majority of us are going through. That's not down to downplay your problems. If you've lost your job, if you've lost your home, if you have abuse issues, if you are having food shortages, drink shortages, corruption, all that, guilt, all of that is a turmoil, a trauma, an experience that is worth asking to be relieved of, okay? But if there was a God that was controlling everything, I think that their attention would be more focused on getting floods and deserts and extreme heat and child trafficking and prostitution on a mass scale, on a larger scale. I would think their focus would be on that. Okay, so, or it should be on that rather. So when you think of prayer, it is an automatic extension or expulsion of your inner power that you are giving to an outside entity, asking, begging, hoping for, right? And a lot of the time, some prayers are answered, but not in the way that we expect it to be, or not at all. Okay? So you can pray for a husband, but he can have a pornography problem, or he can hate children. He can hate you. He may want to marry you for whatever issue, but he may not like you. Okay? Whereas if you transmute that energy instead of praying and you go into meditation, meditation has scientifically been proven. They have had machines calculate and monitor individuals when they go into meditation and when they go into prayer. And they have seen the different energy signals and patterns, frequencies, waves that come off an individual's person when they're in a state of prayer or they're in a state of meditation. The study is online. Please Google it. Google meditation versus prayer energy study, and it'll pop up. One of these universities did it. So When you are in meditation, you're in a higher frequency because you are now using your internal power, that internal vision that you normally would extend outward. You're using that to propel your desires inward, upward, outward. Instead of asking another entity, you're seeing yourself in it. It's a self propelling vision. And it is something that will help you soar, fly, be amazing every time when you meditate on something. Meditating is just thinking and focusing on one thing, giving that one thing all your energy, all your power, everything. That's all meditation is. You don't have to get into a lotus position. You don't have to hum and chant. You don't have to do mudras. You don't have to do any of that. If you are sitting at the table eating your food, focusing on eating your food, the focus on the process of picking it up off your plate, putting it in your mouth, chewing it until it's to the right consistency, swallowing it, imagining it going down, digesting it, going in again, that's a form of meditation. That's a form of meditation. Sometimes you can be so engrossed in one thing and people are like, man, are you in a trance? They're meditating on that particular thing. They're giving it all its focus. When I play my singing bowl, if I, call me kooky, if I look at it, it gives off a higher frequency and vibration. If I look away or I talk or I say something else, I don't give it as much attention, my undivided, focused attention, it'll get a little dull. I've noticed that. My children have noticed that too. All right? If you've had multiple readings with me, you can't tell because you don't see my face in my reading, but sometimes the singing bowl will get a little dull and it'll pick back up. It's all about the attention, the frequency that you're giving off. Meditation, by any rights, is a higher vibrational set point to be in instead of being in a position of prayer, no matter how enthusiastic of a prayer you are. When I used to go to Kingdom Hall, we used to have some people that would pray for like 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, Jehovah, we thank you for your graciousness. We thank you for the grass. We thank you for the green. We thank you for the air. We thank you for the blue. We thank you for the clouds. We thank you for the sun and the yellow that it gives off. We thank you. And I'm like, bruh, we just thank you for the meat and amen. Let's go. Right? They were praying. I would be yawning. They be going. I'm like, okay, this has no energy, vibrational enthusiasm. I don't feel. There would be some people, yeah, but no, it wasn't giving me life. It wasn't giving me that. Okay? So allow yourself to take note of how you feel energetically. If you are a praying person, see how it feels when you meditate. Give yourself 5 minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes of sitting down, breathing, and thinking or reciting whatever it is that you normally would pray about. So let's say that you need help with your bills. Meditate on a solution. Meditate on seeing your bills being paid. Your bills have been paid multiple times before, so that is an image that is there. Don't focus on the past due. Don't focus on the disconnect date. Focus on the image of you paying your bill, of the money coming to you, of you receiving the cash or the money being deposited to your account or somebody offering to pay it, whatever it is. Meditate on that. Hold that image. Meditation works when you focus on a solution or when you focus on things as they will be, not how they are. Right now, my backyard is still a disaster, still tore up. But I'm not focusing on that. We're focusing on when it's going to be cleaned up. How we're going to redo the pergola that got blown away. How I'm going to refix my garden that got blown out. How we're going to clean up these trees. Now that the trees are gone, we'll have a little extra space, whatever we're going to put there. I'm focusing on the future. What will be. Okay, not as they are. We don't focus on the problem. That's Hegelian dialect. They give you problem, reaction, solution. They give you the problem, make you react, and then they say, hey, we're going to solve the problem. No. We focus on the solution only. We are not reacting to the problems. Because when you react to something, you're vulnerable to it because you're not taking time to process it so you can respond to it. So meditation works best when you focus on the solution. Be solution driven. Hold that mental vision. Hold that in your mind's eye. There was a kingdom melody that was one of my favorite kingdom melodies from the Kingdom Home. And it says, can you see with your mind's eye people dwelling together? And I would always see that, always see that in a park. And I've seen it in multiple different places I've traveled to. Oh my God, we went to San Francisco to a park on a hill by the Painted Ladies, which are those houses that are different colors. And literally, there were people dwelling together, holding hands or grounding, walking barefoot, playing frisbee. I've held that vision for so long, for decades in my head. I saw it manifest in 2020 at a time where people were supposed to be locked up. Okay? So that is all that I have for you today. Take back your power. Take back your power. Don't expel it. Use it, keep it inside yourself, and help propel it. Okay? And until we connect again, wealthy family, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.